Diana, thank you so much for giving us the time. Let's start with you. Walk us through your journey. How did you end up as head of marketing at Evoplay? And what's shaped your approach to marketing in iGaming?
So before I joined Evoplay, I worked for a few years in SaaS tech projects, and then I understood that I want something more about entertainment, about new campaigns, and that's when the offer from Evoplay came to my way. At Evoplay, I first joined as head of B2B marketing, and then it transformed into the growth function of the business itself. And now I'm leading the marketing team overall, and we see um, interesting projects coming in the next few years. So I'm very excited about that. As for transformation of my marketing views in the market, that's a very good question. I think iGaming has been developing more rapidly in the last few years than before. New technologies influence a lot the way that we have to build campaigns in order to be heard by users, because every day, in general, the person sees approximately 5,000 advertisements per day. So you have to know how to build your campaigns right for the audience to hear you out from the noise.
Yeah. Let's zoom out for a moment. You've been very vocal about people first marketing being the secret ingredient in iGaming right now. What do you mean by that? And how are you actually building that into your team's day to day work?
When I talk about people first marketing, I mean that we have to approach all campaigns keeping in mind the audience at the first place and know what we are doing for them specifically. So it transforms in lots of ways for the approaches that we have at Evoplay for product building and for launching the campaigns and the products that we are building. For example, we have launched few campaigns that are focusing on hearing the feedback from users, implementing this feedback in the products, and we can see the real metrics grow. And we've done it with several games last year, and now they are in top 10 of the portfolio. And then it also helps us to build more straightforward communication with the users, because we go to websites where they share feedback. We listen to it and implement those exact wording in the campaigns. So it sounds like the users are saying the things for users, and we want to build closer connections with the audience, and it reflects directly on the product success. For example, I was personally present on one of the streamers by the streamer that we signed last year, and the guys in the stream were saying that this game has to be with the bonus buy feature, and in a few months we launched the version of the game with the feature. So it means that everyone in the team is engaged into this collaborative process at every step and at every stage of their zone of responsibility.
The affiliate conversation has shifted dramatically. 5 years ago, affiliates were mostly traffic drivers. Now you're seeing them as creative partners, data experts, even building games with them. How do you actually make that work on an operational level? And what does a true partnership look like versus just another transaction?
So when we talk about partnerships with affiliates, I would say that clear communication and trust is the foundation of everything that we build. 5 years ago, as you said, it was only about driving traffic. Now it's about building the iGaming together. Last year, we had very nice example of such a collaboration with our co-developed product called Uncrossable Rush. Thanks to clear communication and trust that we had with the partner, we could find the early signals of the um, specific topic to be popular in the market. And that's when we jumped in the train just on time to build the game and to deliver it on time for the audience that were wanting to play something like this. And also, some projects are also in the pipeline of Evoplay right now. I cannot reveal it, but wait for them to appear in the market in the future. Um, I would say that affiliates now are the closest point of communication to gamers, to iGamers. And this is where we can gather all these necessary insights for building the products and to adjusting them better to the market. This is what I just highlighted about the previous question, that we have to hear the real feedback to build the products that users really need. And in terms of operational work, also with the partners that we are stepping into this close collaboration, we have weekly or bi-weekly calls and making sure the team knows everything that's going on Evoplay side, and we're also asking for updates on their side. And for example, our partner for Uncrossable Rush lot catalog, they participated in the game development process itself. They saw early concept of the game, and as a result, we even had the second release of the product, the Christmas version of the game, released in December.
Your affiliate hub now connects over 500 partners. What's the gap you saw that made you build it? And what are affiliates actually asking for from providers today that maybe they're not really getting?
The idea to build affiliate hub came from a very simple thought that in order for campaigns to be more efficient, we have to deliver all materials at one place. So affiliates don't have to go to other websites or read press releases, try to find some information on the website. The more simple and better structured information you can provide, the more efficient the game promotion will be, because players are getting more and more demanding, and they expect more from the campaigns itself. They want it to be more personalized. They want to know that people care about them. And to get it done right, you have to be efficient in your work, and you have to prepare all the materials in a fast way. That's why Affiliate Hub opened up a lot of opportunities for Evoplay to get closer to the affiliates and the gamers itself.
I'm already thinking of the title for this article because you are very, very people centric, you know? And with all the technology that we have, it's very easy to just focus on technology, you know? So,
That's right.
yeah. Everyone talks about personalization, but you've gone further. You're actually shifting focus from promoting casinos to building brands around games themselves, like your penalty shootout franchise. Why does that work better? And when does it not work?
Um, Building brands around the game is not the easy job itself, because for game providers, you have to build a brand for every new, let's say, company, like once a week. It's different from the product company that you have when you have only one product and you keep pushing it. For us, we have to make this push for every specific title we launch. And obviously, you cannot focus on every title you are releasing. You have to choose specific one. For example, this year, we have chosen a great title for big campaigns. This is Penalty Shootout Cup Mania, because it's developed specifically for the FIFA that is going on this year, and this is the one more addition to the previously created chain of penalty shootout series, and we've seen huge success of this product in the market, and we've been putting lots of work in building a brand around this game, and users love it simply because they like and they request some updates for the bonus features for the playground. We develop new versions, and they strive for the same audience. And we also looked in the analytics that users who played the first versions of the chains, they came to new projects and they stay longer. It helps us in a different ways. First of all, we build loyalty with the users. They see that we know their wishes and we adjust our product offerings according to this. And we know that they will come to new projects. So we're here to build business. And we know in business context, it's more beneficial for us to have such chains.
Player retention. It's becoming more important than just raw acquisition. It's cheaper and perhaps more predictable, but it requires different skills, different tools perhaps even a different mindset. How do you build a marketing team that's equally strong at both player retention and acquisition?
My honest opinion is that for iGaming provider, it's difficult to, in general, it's difficult to build right acquisition and right retention strategies because this part of the work are mostly handled on casino side. They are the one who attract the audience, the users, and they are the one who retain them. So we have to be very original and creative in the ways that we promote our product to acquire new users and in ways to retain them in the games because the competition is huge. You see in the market, every week we have dozens of new slots appearing. And this requires a very high level of skills of every team member who joins our team and obviously very diverse expertise. For acquisition team, we have colleagues who are very keen on influence traffic on TikTok, on finding new hidden, I would say, ways to be right next to the users and to promote the product. The same way it reflects on the retention strategies that we are using. We are trying to build new promotion tools that are not seen on the market yet. Also, we are building loyalty systems for the users. For one product like this will be launched soon publicly, and you will know a bit more about it. I'm very eager for this presentation, and it helps us to retain the audience of Evoplay lovers, to build community around the product because I truly believe in the community building and that people will strive more and more to join such communities and to negotiate with each other because after COVID we see a huge spike even in other industries where people are more likely to engage with each other than it was before. For example, the sport, paddle sport, why is it so popular right now? Because people want to talk to people and it's very community driven activity. The same is going to be in iGaming. More communities like this will appear.
Looking at 2026, where do you see the real white space in iGaming marketing? Not the buzzwords. What's the actual gap that nobody is solving well yet?
I think coming back to the topic of personalization, the biggest challenge that lots of companies will try to solve this year will be switching the personalization to user-first focus. And companies will not only hear the feedback of users, but they will give them instruments to build the products themselves. We now see such things that are being handled on casino side. Casinos let users to make a slot out of the box. You can choose the topic, you can choose the mechanic, you can choose the bonus buy features and play it. And I think more companies like this will appear and we will have more instruments for users to create what they really want and to have such co-developed projects, but not with affiliates, but with the audience itself.
And finally, if you had to bet on one shift in player behavior over the next 3 to 5 years, what's your prediction?
Classic slot audience is getting older, and I think the range of users who like playing crash games is going to be wider. Now we are targeting mostly audience below 30. In the next 5 years, it's going to be bigger and bigger, and we can see now in land-based area here at ICE, there are some machines. I cannot say any more slot machines. They're machines for land-based casinos with crash games inside, which means that crash mechanics are switching to classic ways we used to gamble. And it will influence a lot the product that will appear in the market. And we will see new games with faster gameplay, with more classic crash mechanics that a few years ago were unknown to the market. Now we can see they are widely used for acquisition of traffic. And I think we will have more deep products for bigger retention rates for such games because now they are uncomparable to classic slots. This is due to the new generation of, let's call it TikTok lovers, people with very short span of attention who want fast content and fast consumption of the entertainment.
Thank you very much, Diana.
Thank you.